watching this, there's a good chance that you recently yelled at your kids. And now you're sitting with that heavy feeling afterward, the regret, the I shouldn't have reacted like that, even the urge to either over-apologize or shut down completely. So this video is not about judging that moment. It's about repair. What actually helps your child feel safe again and helps your nervous system reset. Because yelling doesn't damage the kids the way we think. It's not great, don't get me wrong. But on-repair yelling is even worse. We will also talk about what can we do the next time when we are faced with a similar situation and we feel the need to scream. So what repair really is? Let's clear something up. Repair is not being perfect and calm all the time, never raising your voice, saying sorry over and over. Repair is the process of restoring safety after a rupture. And a rupture happens in every relationship, even the healthy ones. What builds resilience is what is happening after. From a nervous system perspective, repair tells a child that the relationship is still safe. Big emotions don't end connection. Adults can take responsibility, and all of that is incredibly regulating. Why so many repairs don't work? Well, a lot of parents try to repair, but it doesn't land. And the common reasons could be that the parent is still dysregulated. The apology turns into a lecture. The child feels blame or responsible. Or the parent asks the child to reassure them. If your child pulls away, ignores you, or seems unaffected, it doesn't mean repair failed. It just usually means that their nervous system isn't ready yet. Repair is not about forcing closeness. It's about offering safety and consistency. Let's take a look at the post-yelling repair script. This is a simple, effective structure you can return to again and again. So step 1, regulate yourself first. It's very important. You need to take care of your state as a priority. Before you talk, pause. Not to be perfectly calm, just way calmer and coming from a different place. It could take 10 seconds, 20 seconds. It could take a whole day for you to really anchor yourself and understand where are you coming from. And I ask this question to a lot of my clients. What do you want from this? I don't want them to be mad at me. That is not a good place. I don't want them to hate me later when they're adults. That is either not a good place. It's all your agenda. What do you want? I would prefer to ask the question, how do you want your kids to feel? How do you want the relationship to feel when we're done with this conversation? I want to bring peace. I want to bring safety. I want to clarify without justifying myself. So really take the time to recenter yourself before starting a conversation. Repair cannot happen from the same state that caused the rupture. Step 2, name what happened. No blame. Say something simple and factual. I raised my voice earlier. No but. No explanation. This model accountability without shame. For example, saying, I yelled at you because you made me. No, I love you, but. Oh my God, that's feel very insecure. Keep it simple, keep it factual, remove your personal emotion out of the sentence. Step 3, own your state, not their behavior. This is the most important step. That happened because I was overwhelmed and lost control. This teaches that adults have limits. Big reaction comes from overload, and your child is not responsible for your emotion. Step 4, reassure safety, especially important for younger kids. You're not in trouble and my feelings are not your fault. This helps release any fear or self-blame they might be holding. Step 5, restate the boundary briefly. Repair does not remove the boundary. The rule still stands, ... Short, neutral, no lecture. Consistency creates safety. Step 6, offer reconnection. And let this be optional and not forced. I'm here now. Do you want a hug or do you want some space? Connection works best when it's invited, not demanded. I like to touch on what not to do after yelling. Avoid over-apologizing, long explanation, promising you'll never do it again. asking your child to forgive you right away. Those often shift emotional responsibility into the child. Repair should lighten their load, not add to it. The reframe for parents. Here's what I want you to remember. Yelling doesn't break attachment. Repair builds it. So when a child experiences rupture, repair, reconnection, they learn that relationship can bend without breaking, and that is emotional resilience. So what can we do next time? The prevention without the pressure. I want to add one important piece here because repair matters, but so does what happens before the next reaction. So in the previous video that I made about yelling, we talked about identifying what actually happened inside you. What was the trigger? What belief got activated? And what is your nervous system was responding to? And that part matters because awareness is the first step towards change. Not awareness so you can judge yourself. Awareness so you can recognize the pattern when it starts to show up again and again and again. Most reactions don't come out of nowhere. There's usually a moment right before the explosion. The tightening in your chest, the urgency. It could be the thought that this should not be happening, the clenching of your jaw, the heavy breathing, or the feeling of losing control. That is your signal. And this is where the pause becomes so powerful because pausing is not about being calm. It's about creating just enough space to change what will happen next. Even a few seconds can shift the direction of the moment. That pause might look like stepping away for a breath, lowering your voice on purpose, saying, I need a second out loud, or simply not responding immediately. Because when you pause, you interrupt the automatic loop. And once the loop is interrupted, then you have options. You might still feel frustrated. It didn't fix the situation. You might still need to hold a boundary, but you're no longer reacting from an overload. You're responding with awareness. And that's how change actually happens. Not by never yelling again, but by shortening the distance between the trigger, the awareness, and the final choice. And even if you don't catch it in time, repair brings you back into alignment. So this is not about perfection, I repeat. It's about building the capacity to recognize yourself sooner and meet the moment differently. If you yelled today, you didn't fail. You had a nervous system moment, and repair is how we turn those moments into growth instead of shame. If you haven't watched my first video on why yelling happened, start there. Understanding comes before change. If you feel that this helped, share it with another parent who's being hard on themselves tonight. We got this. We're human. We make mistakes. But we have the power to repair, grow, and move forward. I hope you enjoyed this episode and that it inspired you on your motherhood and womanhood journey. Don't forget to subscribe and please share in the comment what resonated with you and pass this episode to a friend or family so we can grow our village together. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and keep rewiring yourself into the woman you know you're meant to become.